Alex, would you consider yourself a pizza girl?
I'm a pizza girly. I love pizza. I love all things pizza. I love eating pizza, making pizza. I have a pizza oven in my backyard.
You do?
Yeah.
Do you like a more of like a sourdoughy, fluffy pizza, or like thin, crispy? What's your style?
You know, I do not discriminate when it comes to pizza.
Ooh.
Give me bread, sauce, and cheese in any shape and form, and I'm going to have a good time. I love deep dish Chicago pizza.
Wow.
I like the Detroit squares. I like your New York cheese slice. And of course, like LA's having a pizza moment too with our little, the sourdough chew pizza.
Oh, I love like a Neapolitan style pizza.
So
like that doughy crust. That's what I live for. I love that.
Have you ever had the really doughy crust at Le Antica Pizzeria di Michele?
Oh my God. I had it recently for like the first time in a couple of years. It is fantastic
It's
pizza.
so good.
Also underrated, DeSano's. Do you ever have DeSano's?
I
Does
have
anybody
not
here
had
ever have
DeSano's in a
DeSano's?
minute.
It's fantastic. It's such good pizza. It's great for delivery.
Good to know. Good
Also
to know.
Apollonia, of course.
I had Apollonia's last night.
Did you? Oh my God.
I sure did.
Have you had the Wilshire margarita from Apollonia's?
I will put it on my list.
Put it on your list. It's such an underrated pizza that they do there. Like everybody loves the Detroit style from Apollonia. That's like
I
kind of what they're known
prefer their
for.
regular slices though.
Same. And the Wilshire margarita is so good. I think it has like turkey sausage. I don't want to botch this. I'm sorry. It has some sort of sausage and it's fantastic.
Speaking of pizza, we have a very special pizza guest joining us on the show today.
Oh my God, we do. She's a pizza girl.
Caroline D'Amore is going to be our special guest sitting right over there by that microphone.
So excited to have Caroline in today. She was a DJ and a model, and now she's the CEO and founder of Pizza Girl, a line of pizza sauces and all pizza things. She has an oven for your pizza making experience. She does it all, people.
She was also like coming up in the MTV world on The Hills and the Kardashians.
Iconic.
She lived a whole crazy life before this. So
of course. And it's about to get even crazier because she's here at Canter's Deli.
She also comes from the iconic...
Crazy.
Everything is crazy here. She comes from the iconic D'Amore's Pizza family in LA, which had some of the pizza that I grew up on all around the city. So
oh, for sure. There was one in Malibu that was like the staple in Malibu.
And the one on 3rd Street, I grew up around the corner from that one. So my mom would frequent that very often.
Oh, I love it. All right, let's get into it. Thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy you're here. It's so nice.
Yeah, thank you for joining us, Caroline. Tell us what are you up to these days? What's your life?
So happy to be here. That is a really difficult...
Yeah, that's a big question. That's a really
We're going
big
deep
question.
quickly, yeah.
Very deep, very quickly. Like, there's just too many different crazy things. So,
yes.
Where shall we start?
Let's start with what you were telling us a little bit about right before we pressed record. Tell us a little bit about your new podcast coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to jump right in.
Talking about a podcast.
Right
this is very meta already.
Yeah. My upcoming podcast is about something really awful that happened to me. It's called Once Upon a Con. And it's about con artist David Bloom, which you can look him up. He was also called the Wall Street Whiz Kid many, many years ago. And how he ended up as my neighbor right out of my divorce, just my luck, who I thought was going to invest millions of dollars into my company, Pizza Girl. I thought he was
love your company, by the way. We're huge fans. We can't wait to get into that later.
Yay! Thank you. That means so much to me, seriously, especially coming from you.
Of course.
And yeah, this person, he has been conning people for decades, and he positioned himself as a potential investor for my company. And the twists and turns are so out of control that when I posted about it on my Instagram, that post went a bit viral, and it caught the attention of Alex Baskin, who is he created, like all these amazing shows like The Real Housewives and Vanderpump Rules and, stuff like that. But he heard the story and he was like, this story needs to be told. This man needs to be, blasted basically and put away. And we did a lot of work, and I ended up doing a lot of research and finding a ton of other victims. Also found the people that he used to impersonate the CEO of Whole Foods when he had me and my company fly to the headquarters, thinking we had a meeting that didn't exist. So yeah,
What?
I mean, stay tuned. My life is rad.
Holy shit. That's I can't wait to listen to that podcast. I'm so excited. I mean, it's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I'm sorry you went through that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to hear it.
I think there's a general theme of everything that you're doing right now, and what sums up your life recently is speaking out and, you know, using your platform for good and for helping put bad people away and helping do all this stuff. So like you were saying that this post went viral, and I feel like everything you're posting right now, it has that viral component to it. Can you talk about how you're using your social media right now and like?
Yeah, I think the reason that these things are going viral is because there is a stigma around them, right? So with the con artists, nobody wants to admit that they've been conned. So nobody will ever post it. I was like, screw that. He messed with the wrong person. Like, when have I ever cared like what people think about me, right? So
right.
So
and
that
was that a little bit of like a Me Too movement where like people started coming out being like, thank you for exposing this guy? And like,
I mean, I can't even tell you once I started exposing him how many people I saved. I also alerted to the fact that they were currently being conned, and that also joined in the fight to get him arrested. So, yeah, I'm very proud of that. I actually just heard from the DA yesterday because he's still in jail, and I was just subpoenaed to be. I have to testify coming up.
It's crazy. Yeah. Well, thank you for using your voice.
Yeah.
Let's talk food. Let's get into the food world.
Speaking of food, I think our food has arrived. All right, let's talk about what we all ordered. You got a Reuben, is that right?
I got a Reuben.
Pastrami Reuben. I hope you're starving.
I'm very excited about
Russian
this.
There's
dressing.
some latkes, some potato pancake.
I've never been more excited to do a podcast in my entire life.
Oh,
seriously. The fact that I get to eat Canter's food.
This is a message for all other podcasts that has Caroline on as a guest. Always have latkes, people. That's all you need.
There's your iced tea.
Ooh, thank
For
you. My iced tea.
We know
That's
you're a big
matzo ball
lemon
soup.
fan.
I like it.
I love my lemon.
Did you get a grilled cheese?
I did. I hope you'll have half.
I will have half, Alex. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I love a grilled cheese, but I didn't order one today. I just got a little matzo ball soup. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, tell us about Pizza Girl. Tell us about your family, D'Amore's Pizza. Grew up on it.
You did?
Huge fan. I mean, I used to live in Malibu every summer in the colony.
Oh my God.
That pizza, grew up on it. I'm with an icon right now. This is unbelievable. So tell me all about it.
That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, so basically growing up in Malibu, you know, like I was the kid from the wrong side of the beach. You know, I was the kid of the pizza man, you know, and we were delivering to people like you.
Yeah.
And
those
you
people
know,
in the colony.
I didn't realize there was a wrong side of the beach. But
no, it's an interesting.
I can actually picture that.
You know what? It's an interesting dynamic being like, you know, the pizza man's daughter in Malibu, and like all of your friends are, you know, someone famous's daughter, and you're the pizza girl, right? And as a kid, you know, my mom passed away when I was 5, so I had to go to single dad. I had to go to all the catering jobs with him. I was on the pizza truck. I was like literally in these horribly embarrassing shirts that said Pizza Kid. Me and my sister, like on the set of like 90210, like feeding Jason Priestley, like when we should be in bed or doing homework, you know?
I actually do know. I know the feeling of growing up in the family restaurant business.
Right.
Being pushed around on bus carts. So.
Yep. And I think we related on that.
Yeah.
Kind of similar. Yeah. A while back.
Especially like with the last name thing.
Yep. The last name being the name of the business. And yeah, never can go anywhere without people asking you about your pastrami.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. They're always like the deli? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. It's not like the deli. Yes. That's the one.
Exactly. So everywhere I went, people just called me the pizza girl, you know, and then I became a teenager and I hated it. And I wanted nothing to do with being the pizza girl. Like literally walking down the street and people were like, hey, pizza girl, where's the pizza? And I'm like, no, like I want to be like my friends. And I was literally trying to keep up with the Kardashians. You know what I mean? So I was doing everything under the sun to run away from who I really was. I was a DJ. I was a model. I was in a movie. Everything was like kind of mildly successful because I'm a serial entrepreneur and a little bit of a psychopath. However, until I actually accepted who I genuinely am, my life did not come together. I was always a little bit of a mess. I was always, trying to be involved in the party scene just to like block out anything that I don't want to think about. You know what I mean? So I went through a lot of that. And then the day that I actually had a couple pretty bad experiences as a DJ. I went down a bad path with drugs and alcohol. I woke up one day and I was like, that's it. Like changing my life, proud of who I am. You're going to call me the pizza girl. I'm going to be the pizza girl.
Yes.
And from that day on, everything in my entire life has come together. So now I'm like literally traveling the world, talking to kids in schools, being like, please love who you are and like be who you are.
Such a
Great
strong
message,
right?
Oh, that's so cool.
Thanks. Yeah, it's so
Amazing.
true. I mean, think about it. Like people are always trying to be what they think that their, friends think is cool. But really what's cool, and like if you're ever going to be a brand or a product or whatever, people aren't going to buy it unless you are genuinely you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
100%.
these days people attach themselves to a real authentic story. And if I can give anybody any advice, it's totally be who you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like completely embrace that, because that's when the authenticity is going to come out and everybody's going to believe it because it's
Absolutely.
true.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, I know the food has hit the table, so I
Okay.
don't want to.
I started eating
Hey, I'm about to bite
Same.
into this, but then
I
every
hope
time I
you'll
go to bite into it, you guys ask me a question.
I know, I'm so
it's very
sorry.
awkward.
we'll give you a moment to take a bite.
Okay,
there.
let's see here. This
Yes.
looks really good.
How's your matzo ball, Lily?
It's so nice.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have you ever?
Weird confession. I don't think I've ever had the matzo ball soup from Canter's.
Wow,
Like, this is
that's-
my first time.
That's weird.
So-
And I've been coming here since I was a kid. So
That's
like,
crazy.
I guess I just never ordered the maybe
That's
because
by far our number one seller here, by the way.
it
Like,
makes sense. I
every
mean,
table you
More
walk
than
around
the
the
pastrami
restaurant.
sandwich?
Pastrami sandwich is easily number 2, but there's a matzo ball on every table as you're walking around.
Yeah.
You look at the amount of matzo ball soup we do on delivery orders, it's
Mhm.
out of control. Like
Wow.
everyone's ordering it. It's like people have told me it was like it has induced labor. It's like the thing that they go to when they're sick. It's a lot of different things for a lot of different
That the
people.
matzo
but-
ball induces labor?
Yes.
Why didn't I know this when I was pregnant?
I
was like
don't
20.
know. It's an urban legend of Fairfax. Who knows?
okay. So
Mm-hmm.
Pizza Girl
Mm-hmm.
is a brand you started off of. It's not the pizza company. It's not D'Amore's Pizza. It's your own thing.
So I will tell you why. I think, Alex, you can probably relate that working in the family business is never easy.
Mhm.
And I always thought that D'Amore's should have a pasta sauce on the shelves, like our competitors.
Mhm.
I will not name names. I always thought that for years and years and years. And I was like, Dad, come on, but he was just, he didn't believe, honestly, for a while in me. And a lot of that was my fault, being that kind of wild party girl. It was kind of hard to wake up one day and be like, now I'm serious. You know what I mean? Like, so I did like really try to show him and try to say like, hey, and like try to update the logo and try to bring him into today's day and age. And like him and
He
his
didn't want
wife
it.
and people just made it so hard for me to do what I knew was
Swimming
right for the company.
upstream. Yeah.
So Pizza Girl was actually a fuck you to the family business.
Love that.
Yeah, it was kind of
Wow.
like, I'm going to show you what I can do.
Right.
And then you'll all be sorry.
And look what you did. You created a
Right.
pizza sauce empire.
Right. So it started
You're
as
on the shelf of like all the best grocery stores like Erewhon and
yeah.
where else can people find it?
So Pizza Girl right now is like to call it a 3-prong business at this stage. And when I look to other companies that are doing the same thing, I actually can't find any, which is kind of cool and scary at the
Very
same
cool.
time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have the supermarket division where we have our sauces and soon to be like pastas and spices and all the things you could imagine, frozen pizzas and whatnot in the supermarkets. But right now we have 3 delicious organic kosher certified, might I add.
Ah, look at you.
Random, but
Yeah.
when I sat down in my
Why not?
why not? Right? They asked me about all my certifications. I was like, well, if it is, then let's not
Great.
exclude
Yeah.
anyone. So we're in Erewhon, Whole Foods. We just got into Albertsons, which is really exciting. More of like
Huge.
the higher end divisions, like pavilions and
Amazing.
whatnot. in about 2,500 stores nationwide, which is exciting. And we're expanding
Unbelievable.
on that right now.
Yeah.
And then we have the
Amazing.
direct to consumer business, which just started blowing up, which is incredible. Pizzagirl.com. I've become the George Foreman of the pizza oven. I don't know if you guys saw my incredibly adorable yet hard-working pizza ovens. They might be cute, but they are badass. Okay.
They're badass
They are
pizza ovens,
badass.
people. Come on.
They are only $158 on the website for a pizza oven that works like my dad's brick pizza ovens.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I know. You can make it.
You're making
from
it
dough.
accessible.
That's so
Make
cool.
it accessible to
Yes.
everyone. You can now have this pizza oven. It's not like our big competitors where you need like a big backyard.
Right.
And again, you need to be a
I
rich
do have
person.
a full-blown
Right.
pizza oven in my backyard,
course
but
you
it's
do.
a lot of work.
Of course you do. It's a lot
Takes
of work.
like
You don't want to
2
use it
to
when
3
it's
hours
cold
just
out.
to heat up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's a
Mine
lot.
takes 10 minutes to heat up and 4
Wow.
minutes to make a pizza once you get it going. And I just really wanted something for everybody. I thought it was unfair, this whole like snobby pizzeria mentality.
Yeah.
And Pizza Girl is kind of changing that whole narrative. Also, the fact that it's called Pizza Girl when everything in the Italian food space is either an old dude that doesn't cook
Yes.
anyway,
Yeah.
but is going to take, the credit and put his name on
The
it.
face of it.
Or
yeah,
it's
yeah.
the
I'm
grandmother.
picturing Rayo, poor old man.
Correct. Or it's their grandmother who they stole the recipes from,
Yes.
and are
Yeah.
using her face on everything. So it's never really the person who's actually the consumer who's buying it, who knows what they want, as like a
Right.
millennial mom who's like, hey, like this is what I need, this is what I want, this is me. I had a lot of people tell me not to. I had one investor tell me not to call it. She would never invest in something called Pizza Girl because girl was basically like what's the word, like discriminating or something. And I was like, hold on. I was like, I think after the Me Too movement, people got very confused and had to like stop being feminine in order to be taken seriously. Anyway, we're going down a whole different path here. However, I was like, actually, that is like discriminating, and girls are awesome. So
Yeah.
like, I am a girl.
Yeah.
And this is that. I mean, eventually I'll be pizza grandma, but still at
We'll
one
still be
point
buying
I was
Still
a girl.
pizza
at that
girl
point,
at
yeah.
heart.
Exactly. Pizza girl at heart. Yeah. So one
Very
day
cool.
at a time, growing the business, and very excited.
Alex, do you like wine?
I sure do, Lily. I like reds, whites, champagne. I don't discriminate.
Do you like orange wine, by the way?
I love orange wine,
Me too.
especially cold.
Same. Okay, can I tell you something?
Yes.
Our sponsor for the podcast today is one of our favorite companies because we love wine so much. It's called Big Wine Glasses. Tell them about Big Wine Glasses, Alex.
Yes, these are, first of all, these glasses are bigger than my head, but that is really important because more exposure to oxygen opens the wine faster, which basically means you don't need a decanter, you don't need these fancy wine tools like an aerator. You just pour it in, let it open up, give it a swirl, smell it, try it out. It's delicious, helps open up that wine faster. It's like, what else can you want in a wine glass?
Exactly. People, we recommend the Balthazar. It's very nice for reds. We love a red. We like red with a pasta. We love a red with a steak. People, red all the time, in my opinion. I love a red.
True.
But maybe a little Nebuchadnezzar would be nice once in a while.
Yeah, that's
You never
that's
know.
a good glass on their side as well. And these things, they're not even that expensive.
Incredible. And they're dishwasher safe, right?
Yep, and if you love wine, we have a promo code for you.
All right, everybody, it's time to discover wine again by going to bigwineglasses.com now and make sure to use our special promo code Hot Pastrami to get 20% off your total order. That's bigwineglasses.com and use our promo code Hot Pastrami for 20% off right now.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
For both of you, actually.
Yes.
Favorite red sauce when it comes to mind? Is it on the East Coast? Is it in LA? Where are you going for your like good red sauce meals?
Pizza girl.
Pizza Girl.
Duh.
That was an easy answer
That
for
was
her.
really easy. I have, an arrabbiata, I have
Yeah.
a marinara, I have a
What's
vodka sauce.
what's the top seller?
Probably the marinara, just because everybody knows
Yeah,
what it is.
classic.
Yeah, classic.
What's your favorite one though?
I always go for the spicy one, just because
Yeah.
I like things a little spicy. What
Same.
can I
Like a little
say?
kick
Yeah.
in there. I
I like,
get you.
I like a kick, and we
Mhm.
have a genuine kick in our sauce. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about if you're going to any restaurant in
That's
LA
what I
for
meant,
Italian? I know technically like red sauce Italian restaurants is more of like a New York thing,
Yeah.
but in LA, I mean, we have John and Vinny's across
have you
the street.
found
We've
any
got-
here in LA that you love?
No, and you know what? I think I get this from my dad. It's very hard to go to other restaurants
Yeah.
that just, sometimes I go and sometimes it's really great, but I don't know, when you kind of do it really well, it's kind of hard, I'd rather go for sushi than go for Italian.
For sushi, do you like rolls? Do you like nigiri? Do you like an omakase? What's your?
Yeah. The first time I went to Japan and realized like a California roll wasn't a thing. That was a big shocker. So yeah, I mean, I like all of the stuff that you would get at like Katsuya. Like the fake LA,
the spicy tuna on crispy rice vibe.
I'm not a big rice person. I'm more of a
not a big
sashimi
rice.
person.
Oh, okay.
I like a
Nice.
lot of like really delicious fish, sashimi. I like the crispy onions on top. I like the spicy
a little
jalapeno,
albacore.
a little all of that,
jalapeno.
yellowtail jalapeno. The go-tos, the go-to LA kids.
Do you like grow up like frequenting Nobu Malibu? Or?
I don't know, a funny story. My dad loves to tell the story about how people would go to Nobu, spend $300, and then come to Demore's Pizza because they were still hungry.
Right across the street. Yeah.
So it's okay. I mean, Nobu's
For
probably
sure.
not my go-to. No,
Yeah. I mean, just growing up in Malibu.
I like more like
feel
hole in the walls that are really good, and
of course.
that's my style.
We are sushi obsessed over here as well.
my God,
I was telling
obsessed.
Lily earlier, like I wake up ready to
Eating
eat sushi for like
Yeah.
breakfast. Like I don't discriminate time of day. Like when I went to Japan, my wife and I, we like got up super early, like 4:30 in the morning, went to the fish market, did a full like tasting menu omakase at like literally before the sun even came
That's
up. And it was
crazy.
it was
Have you been to
insane.
Japan?
I have.
Oh,
I
I'm
actually,
so jealous.
I've actually put out a J-pop record.
No way.
Yep. Oh,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
So cool.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
looking that up right after that.
Look it up. It's terrible. It's absolutely awful. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's one of the many things I did when I was running away from being the pizza girl. Like I
Mhm.
said, everything was mildly successful.
Yeah.
I was signed to Sony in Japan. I did a full freaking tour. Yeah. So I spent a lot of time in Japan. Sometimes I would go for 24 hours.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So cool.
I absolutely, it's like my favorite food city in the world is Japan.
Really?
I've only been once, but I'm dying to go back. And like,
Yeah.
just even
I
like
want to go back to. It's been a long time.
even like the cheap ramen is like the best food I've
Ramen
ever. Like
ever.
it's like $6, but it's like
So like the
it's
gas
better than
stations
any- yes.
have the best food ever.
Yes.
You know those little like triangles
do.
with like the tuna inside?
oh my gosh,
Just wrapped like
yeah,
that. What's
the
it called?
onigiri at 7-Eleven.
Yeah. So good. Also, you know what else we used to get there was the face masks that have placenta. How creepy is that?
No way.
Yeah.
7-Eleven Japan
What?
is like
yeah. Placenta
vibe. It's
face
like-
masks.
What?
No joke.
I bet it does wonders
It
for the
did,
skin.
you know?
That's crazy.
Is it better than the Haley Bieber smoothie or?
I love
Probably.
the Haley Bieber
No,
smoothie.
I'm just kidding. I've actually never had it. I've never had it. I'm being a hater. Yeah,
I know
I've never had
people
it.
who like swear by the
Oh, like that it
the
has
face-
collagen
yeah.
in it or something? Ooh.
Listen.
Do they all look like Haley Bieber? Because if that's the case, then I'm buying it.
I don't know. They're selling
I don't
like
know if it does anything for my skin, but it tastes like a strawberry milkshake. And then you get that. It's veiled by being
yes.
a healthy Air One smoothie. So I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's doing all the things, but it tastes
I
very
know
nice.
people who swear
I'm gonna
by
have to
it. They're
try it.
like one
Really?
smoothie equals one facial. So
What? Oh my god!
I don't know how true that is.
I don't know how
Drinking
true
all
that
these
is either.
smoothies without even knowing that information. This is great.
No wonder
Okay.
your skin looks
Remember,
so
these
good.
are these are the marketing geniuses
So true.
that. Did you hear the story of Carbone?
No.
No.
How they paid Justin millions of dollars to act like he didn't get into the restaurant?
What?
Yeah. It's all
Let's
a scam, people.
get into that.
Yeah. I just thought it was
Everything's
hilarious. It's
marketing.
like, and now everybody buys Carbone, which is like the worst sauce ever. But it's all because of a great marketing scam with
Yes,
the Biebs.
definitely one of the bigger names in sauce.
Yeah. Yeah, but no,
Not really,
they're
though.
Rayos.
No.
They sold Rayos for
Yeah.
$1 billion.
By the way, I grew
800
up,
million,
I grew
something
up
like
on
that.
Rayo, so
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
in my heart, that's like it's got a special place.
Yeah, but now it's
But
Campbell's.
Now it's.
yeah,
Oh, I was gonna say.
yeah.
it's gone a little downhill. But
Yeah. It's definitely
have
gone
you been
downhill.
to the restaurant, the white tablecloth?
I have. One
Why
time.
isn't there anything like that in LA? There's no like Christmas themed white tablecloth, New York fine dining, red sauce Italian.
I
I
would
don't
say
know either.
La Dolce
The
Vita.
Dolce Vita is the
have
only
you been?
thing. I was
Have you been
thinking.
there? They have a new chef, new owners, and it's. I loved it when I went.
Yeah,
Really?
it's the same group that that took over. Genghis Cohen actually was involved in designing it and bringing
love
it to
Genghis
life.
Cohen.
Yeah,
So fun there.
Yeah.
I used to live
Love it.
right across the street.
yeah.
It's
I mean,
such
I
a
grew up in
fun-
this neighborhood, so that was like my local Chinese. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
When you are ordering Chinese, do you have a go-to?
I mean, always like orange chicken, lemon chicken.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah. I mean, Chinese food is, to me, like offhand, it feels like it's like not that good for you. You know what I mean? So I don't
I think
always
that's
do
like
it.
American Chinese food
Right,
stigma, though.
agreed.
But like
Actually,
San Gabriel Valley and all that stuff is
Totally.
like totally different.
I actually just was listening to a podcast of a man who came from China and went to Panda Express and was blown away. He was like, "What is this?"
Oh my god! Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up on Panda Express. It was like a guilty pleasure, especially like in airports.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my classic go-to airport food.
Have you been to the San Gabriel Valley at all for dim sum? We gotta take
Yeah.
me.
I mean, we gotta show you.
Have you had, this is like a little bit more well known, but have you been to Din Tai Fung in Century City or?
No,
Okay.
I'm
We've
like
got-
the most
we've got some
boring
work to
person
do.
ever.
It's okay.
All I do
Soup
is work.
dumplings. Have you ever had a soup dumpling?
Yeah, it's a dumpling with soup in it. Yeah,
It's
they're great.
delicious. You
They're
should
great.
try it. Put it on your hit list.
Okay, deal. When
It's
I
good.
when I ever have a life again, I will go, wandering around eating dim sum. Okay? Great. I'll call you in 10 years when I'm fucking retired.
What do you think was the moment with Pizza Girl?
Yeah.
What do you think was the moment that you you said that it was kind of hard to get taken seriously by your dad to see you as more of like a business
By
woman,
the world,
right?
by the business
by the
community
world,
as well.
everyone.
Yeah.
What do you think was like the turning point where you finally saw it in yourself that you were like because you always knew you could do it?
Yeah.
What was the moment that you thought, okay, now everybody else is going to see it with this move?
It's a really hard. Sometimes, honestly, like you have to listen to the universe. As lame and LA as that sounds, as Malibu hippie girl that sounds, it's true because, like, how did I get the trademark Pizza Girl? How did I get the website? How did I get the Instagram?
It's
Like,
crazy.
no one ever thought that was a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
What? I mean, now I'm scared. I mean, it's just crazy that like this all kind of just happened. It was like it was waiting for me. And I think I just have this like, and you hear a lot of these entrepreneurial stories that really did it and they made it. They're all a little delusional, these people.
I think you have to be a little delusional.
Yeah, you have to be delusional. You have to be willing to be broke. You have to be willing to have like the worst things ever happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
After that scam artist thing, you'd think I
Yeah.
would have packed it up and just found some
but
rich
it
guy and
lifts you
called it a
up
day.
and pushes you to
Yeah.
like for me when like someone's telling me I can't do something, that's like the energy I need to push past, to
Right.
jump
That
over.
is everything. So now every day on Instagram, I'm told I can't do something or that I suck or that I should.
That's the inspo.
Yeah, that's the inspo. I actually thanked a guy the other day. All I said was, I'm going to try to get in shape before my 40th birthday. He's like, you're never going to do it. You're going to fail.
Nice.
And I was like, awesome. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you so much.
I really
Feels
needed
so
that
good.
in inspo. What people don't understand about me is that the more and more I'm told no, the more I do. And actually, my business partners figured this out. And they're such assholes because now they just like say no all the time because they know I'm going to go do
They
it.
know what
I
works.
love that. That's so funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I love that.
But yeah, no, definitely. I have something in me for sure that when I'm told I can't do something, and you have to, like, listen, you know how many investors said no to me before I got my first yes? It's like embarrassing.
Well, I went through a similar experience, and I'm sure it was even more intense, even just being female. But like, raising capital for a startup, I met with over 100 investors to get the first real check, and like I think most people don't realize what a grind it is to go through that and like to experience it. And it's like if you're not good at rejection and taking no every day, it's like it's really hard to push
keep
through
going
that, but
forward. Yeah. And that's why
absolutely.
I'm always just trying to inspire people to keep going. Yeah.
Should we jump into some of these rapid fire questions?
Yeah, I like it. Let's do it.
We're going to
Whoa.
jump in.
All right. This is quick.
It's quick.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
You guys move really fast here.
Fast.
Top pastrami. Let me tell you. Okay. Here we go.
It's Saturday morning.
Okay.
You're hungover. This is pre-cleanse,
This
people.
this is like last week,
Yeah.
which is why I'm doing a cleanse.
Where are you going for breakfast?
Ooh. Well, definitely Canter's Deli.
That's such a good answer. Oh
I
my
mean,
God. And
you
what are
know.
you
It's
ordering
a
for
theme.
breakfast? What's your breakfast order usually?
Oh, depends. Yeah, probably like just eggs and bacon and some
Yeah.
toast.
Perfect.
You
Little
know,
hash browns.
yeah, hash browns. Yeah,
Stunning.
That's
greasy
good.
and
I've
delicious.
got one. It's your birthday.
Okay. Oi.
What's your go-to birthday dinner reservation?
Okay. Well, my birthday's coming up.
Is it?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing the cleanse.
Almost birthday.
Happy
oh my
almost
God.
birthday.
I'm gonna throw away the cleanse on my birthday.
Yeah.
You know.
Love that though.
I am turning 40.
Congrats.
I know.
You do
That's
not
such a
look
good
40.
birthday.
I
Yeah,
know.
you do
That's
not
crazy.
look 40 at all. That is
Thanks, guys.
crazy. Wow.
I'm telling you, it's the olive oil.
Is it
And-
the olive oil?
Olive oil.
Okay,
It's the olive
this
oil.
is
and
a real
the
thing
and the
though.
Hailey Bieber.
Do you know about like I know so many people who like swear by olive oil being the secret to looking youthful and like
It's true.
it's so good for your
Whoa.
skin. Have you heard? You haven't heard that?
And it's
I've,
not
like,
as expensive
taken-
as the Hailey Bieber smoothie.
It's so true.
I've taken like olive oil shots that
Yep.
are supposed to be good
Yep.
for your like.
It's really
Do you
good.
take
Bro,
olive oil shots?
I take olive oil shots and I put olive oil on my skin.
Have you ever put olive oil in your coffee? Do you drink coffee?
I've done that before. Yeah.
I
like
saw
coffee
like
every
Starbucks
morning.
is doing
does
that a little
that,
bit
right?
now. I
Yeah.
love it. It's
I
like it's
drink
got a little
coffee every morning.
spice going.
Yeah.
It's like
Really?
yeah, I think it's
When you-
brilliant.
Yeah.
When you put olive oil on your skin, are you taking like a bottle of extra virgin olive oil
Really good olive oil. Yeah.
and then you just put it in your hand,
Yeah.
rub it,
Put it on.
and put it
Yeah.
on? That's
yeah.
it.
And by the way, I don't use sunblock. But you're very pale, so I wouldn't
I'm
recommend
so
that. Yeah.
pale.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I wouldn't recommend that.
I'm
I don't
gonna-
know.
I don't really-
by the
I don't
way,
really use
I will
sunblock
continue
either.
I don't
use
recommend
sunblock.
anything like that
Yeah.
ever to anyone. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
But I personally,
Just don't use it.
I need sun.
Wait,
Yeah.
but where are we going for your birthday dinner?
Oh, right. Sorry. I got,
We got-
excited about
we
the
got
olive oil.
diverted with olive oil.
No, we're just bringing the pizza truck. I
So
know,
true.
so boring and not predictable. But yeah, we're just bringing the pizza truck
Okay.
to a
Love.
bunch of my friends outside my friend's house for
Fair.
a party.
What's
Yeah.
your favorite pizza topping, by the way?
Ooh. I'm honestly, my go-to is
Yeah.
pepperoni jalapeno. It really is.
I love that.
You
know.
love a little spice in your life.
I'm very spicy. Yeah.
Love that. All right.
That's a
Yeah.
good combo. Pineapple on pizza or no?
So I
That's
say
great
yes.
on that pizza.
I say
specifically.
yes,
I don't
and I
mind it
get
on a
and I
pizza
and I think
either.
and people I get slammed for this all the time. But again, I believe that you need to be creative with your pizzas. You know, these East Coast Italians, like my dad and brother and all them, they're like,
The cheese slicer bust, right?
yeah, it's just like ridiculous. It's like, I'm putting like sweet potato on my pizzas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I did this like delicious potato chip pizza one day. Like
Oh
I just
my
get
God.
really creative with my pizzas. I say use
love
any
it.
sauce you want, use the spicy sauce, use a vodka sauce, use whatever you want to make your pizza.
I love
Just don't
that.
put salad on it.
What's the most like you were so surprised that you loved it so much by a creation like that?
Yeah, no, this potato
The
chip pizza
potato
that I
one?
did. Yeah.
Oh, potato chip
Yeah,
pizza.
potato chip. Well, I made the
Mm.
chips out of potato slices in the oven.
She does
And
it
then
all. This is
you put them in the
crazy.
pizza oven.
That
They
sounds
get crisp up.
wild.
They're
I like
amazing.
it.
And then you crinkle them all over the pizza.
Have you
It's
ever had
delicious.
have you ever been to Asti?
No.
Like they do this insane potato. It's almost like potato chips. It's like shaved potato on their pizza, which is like super thin and crispy.
Yum.
It's as far as potato pizza goes. That's
Yeah.
Yum.
that's my favorite
Well,
version.
I recently I called it like a fall pizza where I did like sweet potatoes and, caramelized onions and,
Love.
like maybe like a feta cheese or something like that. Yeah. And it was just so delicious. You can get
Nice.
creative with it. Throw a
What
little
about what about
hot honey
what
on
about
it,
your
Yeah.
what about your 9-year-old? Where would she want to go on her birthday?
She's all about sushi too.
Yeah,
9-year-old loves
Love.
sushi. She eats everything.
sophisticated palate. I was not eating sushi at 9.
Yeah.
No?
I don't think we
No.
give our kids enough credit. We like literally we make them because if you go to other parts of the world, kids are eating incredible things. It's
Right.
like only in America that we're just giving them like white bread. And if I see another kid eat spaghetti with butter and salt or whatever,
Hey,
butter.
don't hate on spaghetti with butter.
I'm hating on spaghetti with butter. I think
No,
it
I-
is just what?
Yeah.
No, you need a little red sauce. You need a little something.
I like red sauce.
Absolutely.
You're right.
My
Yeah,
dad
yeah.
and I, we wrote a kid's book together called Just Try It. And it's to get kids to try new foods.
Oh, that's so cute.
And
It's like
but
Lily's whole life.
it's all about that. So like, I love that. I think that,
And it's currently like the number one best-selling.
Actually,
children's
can you
book.
send that to me? Because I have
Yeah.
3 little girls in my house, and 2 of
Oh
which
my
won't try
God.
things, but that's not my fault because
we'll
they're my
send you
boyfriend's
copies
daughters.
for sure. Oh my God, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the thing I've learned the most doing this book is like, it really depends on where you are in the world of like
Yeah.
what foods are considered crazy and out there and like whatever. It's all about how you're raised. I was introduced to so many different foods at such an early age. And
Yeah.
I think that that's such a gift, you
It
know?
is.
I was not. And
I know,
I was
that's the
pissed
thing.
when I tried sushi for the first time in high school. It was like at a friend's birthday. I went home to my parents and I was like, what the fuck, guys? Like, why?
You didn't tell me
Where was
about
this?
this,
Because
yeah.
they both don't eat very adventurously. My dad doesn't eat any fish or any sushi. And I was
Right.
pissed. I was
Yeah.
mad because now it's my favorite. And like they were
Yeah.
holding, and I'm still trying to get him to try it, but he won't try
I'll
it.
give him the book and then maybe that'll
We'll
help
give my
a little
dad
bit.
Let's
yeah,
Try It.
Give him
Exactly.
the kids' book to just try
Absolutely.
it. I just say, you get what you get and you don't get upset.
There you go.
That's what I say to Bella.
My mom used to, whenever I would not want to try something, she'd say, okay, you're going to have a no thank you portion.
Mm.
And then you have to eat it anyway. But at least you get a little control of like, but
Really?
my portion is the no thank you portion. So it's smaller. I don't know if that
I've got another rapid fire
Oh,
question.
go.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go.
go.
Let's go.
Um,
These are not rapid, by the way.
I know,
they're not rapid
these
at
are
all.
conversation starters.
Yeah, here we go. We'll make it more.
Yeah, we're not making these rapid at all.
Yeah.
That's okay. You get to bring one non-LA restaurant to LA, whether it's somewhere
Ooh.
international or in a different
I
city.
love this one.
Yeah, what are you picking?
This is so hard for me. Oh, but I can't ever name names. I don't know the name of it. It's this yummy place in Nashville.
Oh,
Ooh.
I love Nashville.
Nashville
What-
food, and it's just
Locust?
literally like, and there's a couple of them,
Okay.
and it's you go in, you kind of walk up in order, and fried chicken.
Hattie B's.
What did you say?
Is it Hattie
Hattie
B's?
B's hot chicken? No.
No,
Joyland?
no,
No.
This is so sad.
We're
anyway,
going to find
it
it.
was
We
so
will put it.
good.
We will put it in the
Yeah.
show notes.
Yeah.
Put it in the show notes because I
Yeah.
went twice and I was just there and it was that good.
I
Nashville
love hot
has some of
chicken.
the best food in the country.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
truly. It's
So good.
unbelievable. There's a place
We
called
are-
Locust. Have you ever been?
No,
I
it's
have
called
it.
something biscuit. Love my biscuit. Sexy biscuit.
We're gonna
something
find
biscuit.
out.
It's something hot biscuit. Come on.
Okay.
It's something biscuit. It's
Something biscuit.
Biscuit
Yeah!
love.
We got it, everybody. Don't worry.
okay.
Biscuit
So I
love.
would bring biscuit love here
Here.
to LA
Awesome.
from Nashville. So good.
Amazing.
Yeah, wild.
We are blessed with hot chicken in LA. I feel like hot chicken had a moment
It
in
did.
the last
It really blew up
in the
here.
last 5 years.
Yeah.
Like,
But have you had it with biscuits and gravy?
no,
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
that sounds.
We need that.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I'm
want
super
that.
down for that. I used to go to like Dave's Hot Chicken in the parking lot in Los Feliz, where there's like 2 guys making hot chicken, like, and then they opened their first location, and there was the line, and now there's 500 of them. So
Yeah. Isn't that
For
cool?
real.
it's crazy.
Yeah. I have a crazy story about that another time.
Well, I think we've grilled you, pizza grilled you enough with
Do
rapid
you see
fire.
what he did
questions.
there?
I
With the
see what he
pizza
did. That was
grill?
really
Wow,
good.
Everybody did it.
Yeah, this has been fun. Thank you so much for joining us.
So
And
fun, so delicious. Thank you
Thank
for having
you.
me, guys.
Yeah,
Where can everybody out here find you?
Awesome. So everybody can find me either at Caroline Demore if you want to see how crazy I really am, or
Beautiful.
just go straight to the business at Pizza Girl. And it's all on Instagram because I don't have time for all the other social media platforms.
yes.
And find me there, pizzagirl.com to check out my ovens and stuff.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks,
Cool.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Well, that was super fun.
So fun. How much do we
Right?
love Caroline? I'm going to go buy one of her ovens right now from
Yes,
pizzagirl.com.
you absolutely should. And I'm gonna go download her J-pop album that she
Yes,
recorded
I
after
love
she was
it.
a
Pizza Girl.
international DJ sensation.
Absolutely.
Anyways, follow us at
Hot
Pastrami Pod.
Don't forget
Wherever-
the pod part. At
wherever
Hot
you
Pastrami
listen,
Pod.
wherever you listen to podcasts, whether this is Spotify or Apple or
All of them.
wherever else.
Leave a nice review.
Like,
you know?
subscribe, all the
5
things.
stars for us kids. Why not?
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.